early Christmas gifts for the Indigenous Mangyans. We cooked spaghetti, lumpia, pancit, buko juice with gulaman, and fried chicken here in their tribe. And with the amount of food served, they were all full. The sun was rising when we arrived at their place, and they immediately started gathering firewood so we could begin cooking right away. We told them we had quite a lot to cook, so everyone, from the elderly to the children, helped us gather firewood. All the food we are cooking here is sponsored by Ma'am Rona, an early Christmas gift for the Indigenous Mangyans. Just yesterday, I bought the ingredients for what I'm cooking. But we just got this chicken this morning. We're going to make fried chicken with these chickens. Because I'm sure that when they have chicken for a meal, the usual dishes are tinola or adobo. So we said, for a change, we'll just make fried chicken. Then later, once it's cooked, we'll chop it up. Our location is clear and beautiful. We will also feed them here later so that in case it gets too hot or suddenly rains, we have a place to take cover. And so we could finish quickly. Since there are still many ingredients to slice, they helped us out. We just borrowed a chopping board from them because we only brought one. I'll still be cooking spaghetti and pancit later. And while we were busy slicing ingredients, others were fetching water. Those jugs are theirs because we didn't bring buckets to fetch water. Then they get water from the pump that was just made this morning. We also made 2 stoves using large rocks. The small ones wouldn't work because the vats, talyese, are large. Here on the first stove, we first boiled the chicken earlier. Then on the other side, I will boil the pasta later. We boiled all this chicken first before frying it because the outside might be cooked while the inside is still raw. I'm sure that later, after frying the chicken, the oil will change color. So the first things I put in were the lumpia. On the other stove, one vat is already boiling. So Mama and I put in all the pasta. While we were cooking, it was drizzling a bit, and it's a good thing it didn't get stronger. We also forgot to put soap on the bottom of the vats before putting them on the stove. So for sure when we get home later, we'll have a hard time scrubbing them. We brought 2 large vats and also 2 large pots, but maybe we won't put those on the stove. Yes, only the vats will be put on the stove. We'll just transfer the cooked food into the pots so that we only have to scrub the vats when we get home. After about 20 minutes of boiling the pasta, it softened. So we took it out and added cold water. The sauce for this spaghetti will be prepared last after we fry the chicken later. All the lumpia are finished cooking, so the next one is the fried chicken. So I seasoned some flour with crispy fry, salt, and pepper, and that's what we'll roll the chicken in before putting it in. In previous times when we fed the Indigenous Mangyans, I also cooked fried chicken then. What I did then was chop it, but now it's whole so it finishes faster. But later, once it's cooked, it will be chopped. It's because we can't give them one whole piece each since there wouldn't be enough. We're being a bit careful with cooking the chicken. The fire isn't too strong because it burns easily. In the other vat, water is already on. I'm just waiting for it to boil more so I can put in the rice and cook the steamed rice. The tribe we visited today has quite a lot of people. Maybe individually, including the children, there are over 200 in total. This is probably the largest tribe we've visited because in the past, they only reached about 100. But even if there are more than 200 of them here, I think the food we cooked will be enough because there's quite a lot. We're also done frying the chicken there, so next is the spaghetti sauce. And in the other vat, the rice is just being steamed, simmered. It's really a good thing we all moved quickly here because by almost 10 a.m., we'll have finished cooking everything that needs to be cooked. We first took out the spaghetti sauce and then I added the pasta. We mixed it first in the vat and later, we'll just transfer it to the large pot. We need to move this spaghetti to the pot immediately because we're going to use that vat again to cook pancit. And for the pancit, we first sauteed the chicken, kikiam, and squid balls there. Then we added water. I also seasoned it with soy sauce, pepper, salt, and a bit of seasoning. We cooked this pancit last because for us, it's the easiest. I bought 4 kilos of baihon in total. It will all fit perfectly in the vat later when it's cooked. Cabbage is a bit expensive right now, but I still added a lot because pancit is delicious when there are many vegetables. We also tasted it and the flavor was fine before we took it out. And that pancit was indeed the last thing we cooked. We are also going to mix juice here for them. We brought coconuts, buko, that still need to be scraped, and I cooked the sago and gulaman last night. We couldn't think of anything at home large enough to mix the juice in, so I used this newly ordered rice container to mix it for now. While we were cooking the pancit earlier, Papa was already chopping the fried chicken, and I'm sure all the children will be full later, because there's so much food. After cooking and chopping the chicken, we immediately had them line up and set up the tables where the food would be placed. We brought paper plates, but they are soft. So to make sure their food wouldn't spill later, we just had them bring their own plates. We had the children line up first, and at first, there were only a few of them, but as time went on, more arrived. It's a good thing someone was assisting with the line, so it wasn't too chaotic. But sometimes it's unavoidable that someone cuts in line. But we said everyone will get a taste because there's plenty of food. After getting their food, they leave immediately and go home, saying they will eat it there. I also noticed that almost most of those here who are older don't eat spaghetti, so they only take rice, pancit, lumpia, and the chicken. But the spaghetti was a big hit with the children, and it was actually the first to run out. The rice we bought was 3 sacks in total. We already cooked 1 sack earlier, and the remaining 2 sacks will just be divided later. We also told everyone that if they were finished, they shouldn't line up again right away. They should wait until everyone has tasted it, and we'll tell them when they can get more. But some didn't just line up twice. I think some went back 3 to 4 times. The first to run out was the spaghetti, followed by the pancit, and the last ones were the chicken and the lumpia. So in the end, we only gave out chicken and lumpia. Thank you very much again to Ma'am Rona, who sponsored the feeding here for the Indigenous Mangyans. God bless you, and may more blessings come your way so you can help even more people.